Hey everybody, it's Sarah Palmer, the Permission to Choose speaker and coach, coming at you with today's HALTtm. We're doing A today for angry. So HALTtm comes from the 12-step recovery community, and HALT is hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Those four. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. That's something that my sponsor would ask me a lot when I'd give her a call. She would say, "Hey, Sarah, how's your HALT doing today?" Meaning, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? Because if you got those four things, then guess what? You are going to be way more likely to make all sorts of really regrettable decisions, ones that can affect you and can definitely affect the people around you. So you're like, okay, Sarah, you said HALTtm. What's the TM? Is it like a little trademark? Like I said before, but I'll say, I did HALT, and then I realized there were pieces missing. So I added a little T and a little M. And the T stands for thirsty, and the M, I have people that said, oh, you should just say that it's mindset. And I'm like, no, because I am not a fan of the white women yoga solutions of things. And mindset, which is not crazily off from what it is, mindset sounds like I have to be in some type of very fancy yoga pants, or I need to be reaching out to my, whatever guru person, and that's not me. So M for me, for real women like you, M stands for meditation, medication. So yes, mindset, but meditation, medication. So HALTtm, the whole shebang, is what helps to keep us in a container where we can actually make decisions that we're happy about making, right? So yesterday we talked about H for hungry and how that can affect decisions that you make. Without energy, we have nothing we can really offer the world that feels useful to us. Let me keep saying that. I don't mean we can't offer to the world if we haven't, done things, and we won't be able to help other people. Yes, okay, yes, help other people, but also fuck that. Help you, okay? All of this self-care series, I'm going to keep saying that. Your number one job in the world is to take care of your ass. That's it. If you decide that you like being of service to other people and you want to help serve other people in some way, have at you, girl. Have at you, woman. Have at you, folks. Woo! But that is by no means the point of self-care. The point of self-care isn't to make me useful to other people. The point of self-care is exactly what it says. Self-care. Not self-care so that we can help other people and da-da-da-da. Especially as women, we are coming out of the womb through the incision or out the vajay. In both ways, we're being told, well, here you go. Here's how we care about each other. Relationships are the most important thing. Yeah, they are. But not to the detriment of taking care of my relationship with me. You taking care of your relationship with you. So self-care today, see, all that just kind of nicely leads into A, anger. Okay, most of the other ones have this kind of passive, quiet piece, right? Hungry, lonely, tired, thirsty, meditation, medication, like all of them kind of sound passive. Oh, well, I should do a thing, quiet voice. Oh, I should do a thing to help with that. A was the one that messed with my head when I heard it. A for angry? What do you mean I'm going to make bad decisions when I'm angry? Do you understand that most of the time anger is what keeps my ass sane? Like anger is what keeps me up above the drowning? Like if I don't have anger, then where's my energy? Angry was my MO. For like decades. I am 41. I have no problem with, how old are you? I'm 41. And for like 35 of those years, from birth till like 35, it took me for frigging ever to get past anger as being the thing that kept me safe. Because if I'm angry, then fuck you. I got this. Don't worry about me. You can't hurt me. You can't bother me. Now, underneath all that, I'm like really sad and really lonely. All the other halt things, actually. But on top of it, angry was like it was a wall. It was armor. It was the idea that I can walk into a room of you name it. I don't even care who. And I cannot be fucked with. I look like I know what I'm doing all the time. By the way, total lie. Like, yay for the defect of growing up in a fucked up household where I learned that if you look like you know what you're doing, people are less likely to mess with you. So I just took that and made that kind of the cornerstone of a lot of my life decisions, including me being a coach and speaker and trainer. I will walk in and I will be supremely prepared. And I will take care of you so well, and I will help you to take such better care of yourself. But underneath all of the confidence, I'm still terrified. I used to make that into anger, because if I can make you fear me, then you're not going to come at me. That works. It really does. And I'm not saying that my whole job is to like suddenly become this soft person that people kick for fun. Not what I'm saying. But for self-care. A for angry. Am I angry? I used to think anger is what kept me safe. Anger is what helped me make decisions not out of fear. Surprise, Sarah. Anger is just another version of fear. Surprise you. Anger is just another version of fear. It's a louder one. It seems really bright and shiny and dangerous, but it's just fear. So if I'm saying, am I hungry, which was yesterday's video, go back and listen. Am I angry? Because when I'm angry, I'm afraid. And when I'm afraid, I make piss poor decisions. And you do too. When I am angry, I am going to do things and say things I regret. To myself, to my kid, to the people around me who I love, to the people around me who I don't love. I'm still going to cause problems, because if my response is calm, then it couldn't have come from anger. We talked about that in the intro video, the difference between reacting and responding. And we talked about it yesterday too, in yesterday's video. If I react, boom, done. That's a big one in anger. Do not, you want to say, go, let's go. That's all react. If I want to chill, if I want to have time to just be in a place, make some decisions that might happen that minute, might not happen till tomorrow, might not happen for the rest of the month, I have to be able to respond. Yeah, find me an angry person who can respond. The whole point is anger is big and it protects me and it's just another fear. And I can make no good decisions from fear. That doesn't mean I can't make decisions that save my ass. I've done that a lot of times. Fear helps to kind of clarify things to a certain degree, really bring you down to your actual point. But what I'm saying is, fear is quiet anger. Anger is loud fear. They're both not helpful. If I'm checking in during the day and I'm saying, hey, Sarah, how's my HALTtm doing? And my HALTtm is all my self-care. And I say, oh, am I hungry? Am I angry? That's where we are today. I have to settle in and go, am I mad at something that somebody did? Am I holding resentment at myself? Hey, how are you both doing? I'm so glad that you're here. Happy soul massage. Glad you're here. Tori! Yes, we are talking about self-care and we are talking about anger. And we are talking about why having anger is important, but living with anger means we make shit choices. And that just is what it is. So if I'm angry, I have no foundation to make helpful decisions for my self-care. Anger can be protective, but I'm saying it's not a great place to live from. Some of the women that I work with in my coaching program say that anger is really empowering and really friggin' frightening. Because if you are angry, then that means that you are really showing up. Like, you can feel like a physical largeness about you. You take up space. And for some women who haven't experienced that before, it's fucking terrifying. So I'm not saying anger should be off the table. Anger is really empowering. And for some of us who haven't had a chance to be angry, that's mostly some of y'all, I have lived in anger for decades, then it is really something that you can experiment, especially when like I was saying, when I do my group coaching programs, when we do more talking about self-care. Anger and giving yourself permission to be angry is huge. But living in anger is why we have physical problems because of it. Now I'm going to speak about people who live in areas that are unsafe, who have to live with that anger armor, that take up space, that come at me, bro, all the time feeling. That leads to stress. That leads to inflammation. That leads to depression, higher blood pressure, heart disease, all sorts of mental illnesses because our brain is not wired to live angry all the time. So for those of us who live in comfortable areas where we're able to walk from point A to point B, and the biggest problem we have is, how many birds will I see? Then that's something we need to be aware of, that anger can sometimes be a situation that you can come in and out of. I got a problem with this person, or they have a problem with me, or I'm upset about this at work, or this particular relationship isn't working. But some people live with it 24/7, 365. And we have to remember that, because anger is protection. Anger is big fear. Anger keeps us safe. But anger all the time grinds us down. So how do we help each other with that? Remember, self-care is about you. But part of my job is to give you points of view you may not have access to. And the point of view is, how do we lessen other people's frustration and constant anger? And some of that is voting for people who have everybody in mind. Looking at people who support mental health services for everybody, regardless of access to pay. Looking at medical care for all people, so I may live in a difficult area, but I can still make sure that my well-being is taken care of. And most importantly, looking at ways that how I spend my money as a white, straight, cis, het, etc. woman, the only box I don't get to check is man. How do I spend my money, my words, and my time? Am I doing things that just keep things going the way they are? Or am I willing to reach out and find out what people around me need and give it to them? Not come up with my dumbass solution why I think it should work, but actually listen to the people around me who are saying, we need money for this, or we need people to help with this, or can you please do these things? And do them. Because you know what the opposite of anger is? Acceptance. And you know what acceptance takes? A shit ton of courage. I can live an angry life from my point of view, and I can die angry, and I'll be pissed, and it will not feel good in the center part of me. Or I can be angry for good reasons, for people who need it. And then when I'm looking at my self-care, I can find what part of that can I put aside for now? What part can I let go? And how can I help people who don't have the choice to put it down or let it go? There's so much more we talk about with anger in my group coaching programs, but you got me for now. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you have questions, slide into my DMs. If you are not following me, oh my God, how are you not following me? Oh my God. At Sara Palmer Speaks on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, but I love you on Instagram, so that's where I'm at first. We are talking about all the self-care we can do. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about lonely, which is back more with the typical kind of like things that we're dealing with, that we're kind of quiet. How do we do quiet? We'll talk about that too. But angry is one of my favorite HALTtm things, just because women aren't supposed to get angry. Yeah, fuck that. I'm just saying, how do we handle it? How do we use it? And then how do we recognize it so we can back down and have a strong foundation where we make decisions that are not reactions, but that are responses. I am so glad that you were here. I cannot wait to talk to you tomorrow. I am Sara Palmer, the Permission to Choose speaker and coach. And today I give you permission to get pissed and then recognize, how do we bring it back down? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.